Michelle, and I'm your emotional resilience coach, and I am absolutely honored to have you join me today. I teach you tips, tools, I give you knowledge to help you leverage your brain. I give you ways and means that helps you no longer be a victim in your own life. We have all been subject to trauma, drama, chaos, upheaval in our lives, and trauma, what that does is it makes us feel stuck in that time. Even though it's past, even though it's over, trauma is what keeps us emotionally in that place of pain. What I like to do is help you, give you tools and ways and means to process through it, to metabolize what it is that you have experienced, to take your power back and own your story. If that resonates with you, please don't forget to hit like, subscribe, the notifications button. And as always, I'd love to hear from you. What would you like to know? In what areas would you like to learn to take your power back? So what I'm going to be chatting to you about today is a little bit different to some of the things that we've covered. Something a little fun, something a little bit easier. What happens is that when processing our emotion, there generally is a lot. And we seem to feel that, all right, I've got all the tools, now I need to do this. We look for that magic wand, right? I need to get this done. I need to get this dusted and covered. I need to just have this all organized, perfected, sorted out so that I can move on with my life. But it is a process. And the process is the journey. And it doesn't happen overnight like this. It is learning a new way of being. One of the most fantastic tools that has helped me propel the most is to be gentle and patient and to just allow the process to work through me instead of me hating on myself and working the process all the time. We need to allow to ourselves the space to let what we know, let what we learn, let what we're processing, just assimilate, just be, just get through our body at its own pace. Sometimes it is a lot of information, and sometimes when we are so eager to just get through it, we put ourselves in even more overwhelm, or we stress ourselves out, or we hate upon ourselves and we give that inner critic power again. The inner critic is normally a parent's voice, a caregiver who was highly critical of us as children, a caregiver who was always pointing out our faults, always using shame to manipulate, to control, to get us to do and be what they needed us to do and be. And we've now internalized this tape and made it a part of ourselves. We believe this inner critic. We believe this voice, this tape, and there are ways and means to override it, but sometimes, especially when we're tired, especially when we're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, and yes, maybe even when we're frustrated and we think to ourselves, I need to do this, I need to get this right, I need to perfect this, all these other things that we do to ourselves. What we do now is we be gentle, and part of that process of being gentle is to take a step back, and as weird as this is going to sound, and to stop working on ourselves. And I know that for some that might sound counterintuitive. You might be thinking, what do you mean stop? I'm going to slip back into my own ways, and maybe a little bit here and there, and possibly we're going to fall back into old patterns, but that's okay, because we've got so many years of unlearning to do that we just really need to be kind to ourselves and not expect us to get it all right in one go, have it packed away, and carry on with our lives, all right? It doesn't work that way. So in those moments of overwhelm, what I like to do is take a step back entirely and look for the joy. Joy is one of my most favorite topics. Looking for the joy was something I started about 2 years ago. I was on the phone with a really, really dear friend who we were just both going through so much at the time, and we were just sharing our stories, we were just venting, and at the end of it she said, I'm exhausted. Obviously, we'd spent a large part of our day just unloading, and we'd gone through the overwhelm, we'd gone through the disconnect of our feelings, and now we were sitting with just, this is so much, this is so exhausting. And I remember saying to her, well, tell me something good, tell me something beautiful, tell me something fun, tell me a joy. And so we started this pattern and this habit in our lives of finding the joy, finding the beauty, finding the good. And this is something that I like to do still to this day. I make a conscious effort when there is overwhelm, when things feel like it's just too much, when I just need a break from it all. Find the joy. What is your joy? Excuse me. What is your joy? For me, what I like to do is meditation is a great way to disconnect, but it might still feel a little bit in the beginning like work. Alright? So find something pretty that you can look at. Do something tangible for yourself. Make yourself a hot chocolate. Climb into a warm bath. And what you're going to do is you're going to find that your brain is going to keep wanting to go back to these places of overwhelm. And you're going to keep wanting to ruminate and solve. And what you just do is you just be patient with yourself. Just love yourself through it. Shaming ourselves through things never make things right. Just love yourself through things and just say, hey, let's come back. Let's focus on the here and now. Let's look at this beautiful flower as an example. You could walk around a park, you could walk around a garden, you could walk in a park, you could walk in the woods, you could walk in the mountains, you could just walk in your street, whatever is accessible to you. Go for a walk. I actually prefer my walks at dusk. Dusk for me is the most beautiful, quiet, favorite part of the day. It kind of feels like a time when we are holding our breath in anticipation. If it's a good, clear day, we get to see the most beautiful colors in the sky, the reds, the oranges, the pinks, the purples, the blues, to just keep bringing my focus back to now. What is beautiful around me? Where can I experience joy? What am I enjoying about this moment? For some people, they might really like sewing, so maybe it's a fabric that they like. Maybe you want to hold a fabric against you. Maybe it's something tactile that you need to touch. Please do go back to my grounding exercises where you see, feel, hear, smell, taste. All right? Maybe you want to have a beautiful meal, a meal that you just love. Go and enjoy that meal, be in the moment, experience every taste. Every time your brain wanders, and it will, bring yourself back to the now and say, what do I love about this moment? And lean into it, lean into that joy, and allow space in yourself to open up, and it will be a practice, but to really just experience that moment, experience that joy. So those are some of mine. I like to look at trees. I love trees. For me, when the sun shines through and pushes through the branches and the leaves of trees and it streams down and makes those pillars of light, those are moments that I take a deep breath in, I pause, and I just love. It fills my soul. Dusk is another one of those moments for me. These are moments in our day where we can find, maybe for you it's a cup of coffee, or maybe it's something that you like to eat, or maybe something you like to smell. I like to cuddle up into my husband and nuzzle into him and just smell and breathe in my husband. Sometimes I put on perfume when I go to bed because that smell is joy. It's pretty, it's soft, it's gentle, it settles me. I just love it. So find for you what brings you joy. So you want to look at things that are light, things that are good, things that are joyous, things that calm you and settle you instead of rile you up. You want to look for something that is settling. Find the joy and find the beauty in your life. I have listed quite a few things here, but I'm really excited to hear from you. Let me know in the comments. Tell me what brings you joy. It is such a nice, gentle way to give yourself a break from all the work that you are doing. You deserve it. You want to reprogram yourself. You want to dull down the inner critic, that loud voice, the voice that does not serve you, and you want to fill it with something new, something better. If this resonates with you, please do let me know. Put it in the comments, hit like, subscribe, send it to anybody you know that would really help and would really benefit, and it would just help them grab hold of their lives again, no longer be that victim, and to stand in their own power. Have a most fantastically blessed day.